What if the foods you eat every day are slowly destroying your joints? Could the toast you enjoyed this morning, or the cereal you poured into your bowl, be contributing to that ache in your knees or the stiffness in your fingers? Let's briefly explain joint health: cartilage, inflammation, and uric acid. Cartilage acts like a living cushion. Synovial fluid lubricates the joint. When chronic inflammation sets in, that cushion wears down. Today, 5 foods to avoid, and better swaps you can make: refined carbs, sugary foods and drinks, processed and red meats, certain seed oils, and excess alcohol. This isn't about guilt, it's about small swaps that protect your joints. Simple, tasty alternatives can calm inflammation and nourish cartilage. Let's start with the first culprit: refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates, foods made from heavily processed grains. White bread, white pasta, white rice, crackers, and many breakfast cereals. Refining strips fiber, vitamins, and minerals, leaving mostly fast-digested starch. That causes rapid blood sugar spikes and big insulin responses, which trigger pro-inflammatory messengers that keep the alarm bell ringing. Plus, excess sugar fuels advanced glycation end products, AGEs, that stiffen cartilage collagen. Over time, this leads to stiffness, pain, and faster cartilage breakdown. Persistent low-grade inflammation is a major driver of osteoarthritis. The good news: swaps are simple. Choose quinoa, oats, sweet potatoes, and whole grain breads or pasta for steady energy and fewer inflammatory spikes. Small changes, like swapping bread or cereal one meal at a time, add up. Next, sugary foods and drinks. Another major trigger. Sugary foods and drinks, they're everywhere. Soda, candy, and desserts, and fruit juices with added sugar. Don't forget hidden sugars in sauces, dressings, and healthy bars. Sugar, especially high fructose corn syrup, drives inflammation and blood sugar spikes. That spike triggers cytokines, messengers that ramp up inflammation. Sugar also promotes weight gain. Extra load on joints increases wear. And excess sugar can raise uric acid, raising the risk of gout attacks. Swap sugary drinks for water or sparkling water with lemon, or herbal tea when you want something comforting. When you need sweetness, choose whole fruits, like berries, apples, or pears. The fiber slows sugar absorption, no inflammatory spikes. Read labels to spot hidden sugars in sauces and processed foods. Lowering added sugar can reduce inflammation and joint pain over time. Next, we'll cover processed and red meats, another important category. Processed and excessive red meats are our next group: bacon, hot dogs, deli meats, and cured hams. These are often smoked, salted, and preserved with nitrates and nitrites. They are high in saturated fat and prone to forming AGEs, especially with high heat cooking. Grilling and frying raise AGE content. Red meats are high in purines, which break down into uric acid and can trigger gout. If uric acid builds up, it forms painful crystals in joints. Swap in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, or plant proteins. Lentils, beans, and chickpeas, and tofu are excellent alternatives. Omega-3s in fish are powerfully anti-inflammatory. Make these swaps a few times a week for meaningful benefit. Your joints and your whole body will thank you. Next, certain seed and vegetable oils that are high in omega-6 fatty acids. Sunflower oil, corn oil, soybean oil, safflower, cottonseed. Common in processed foods. They're cheap, widely used in snacks, fast food, and ready meals. Historically, omega-6 and omega-3 were balanced. Today the ratio can be 20:1, driving inflammation. Omega-6s convert into compounds like arachidonic acid, precursors to inflammatory molecules. That fuels chronic joint inflammation and worsens symptoms for people with arthritis. Reduce processed foods and swap cooking oils at home. Extra virgin olive oil is excellent for dressings and low heat. Use avocado oil for higher heat cooking. Coconut oil in moderation is an option. Read labels. Look for vegetable oil or specific seed oils in the ingredient list. Increase omega-3s, fatty fish, flaxseed, chia, and walnuts to rebalance and reduce inflammation. These swaps lower inflammatory potential while keeping meals delicious. Finally, alcohol. Moderate now and then may be fine, but excess can harm joints. Be honest about how much you drink. When the liver metabolizes alcohol, it produces toxic byproducts that trigger systemic inflammation. Those signals can aggravate synovial membranes and produce joint flare-ups. Beer is notable. It can raise uric acid and increase gout risk. Elevated uric acid leads to painful crystal formation in joints. Alcohol also dehydrates, reducing joint lubrication and increasing friction. The guidance: reduce intake, have alcohol-free days, and be mindful when you drink. Drink water alongside alcohol to stay hydrated. Swap nightly drinks for herbal tea, kombucha, or sparkling water with lime. Moderation and mindful choices help reduce inflammatory load and protect joints. A few simple changes in routine can prevent flare-ups and preserve mobility. Recap: refined carbs, added sugars, processed red meats, seed oils high in omega-6 and excess alcohol. These can damage joints. Top protective foods: fatty fish like salmon, berries, leafy greens, olive oil, and nuts and beans. Simple, accessible protective choices. Your joints are built to last a lifetime, but only if you fuel them with the right foods. Small swaps today equal pain-free movement tomorrow. Start with one change this week. These small, consistent choices are investments in your future mobility. Start today. Eat to nourish, not to inflame. If this helped, like and subscribe. Tell us in the comments which food is hardest for you to give up.